In the not-so-distant past, ghosts were rare, making appearances only in strange and unusual events. Some were harmless, while others posed a threat to humans. Fast forward to the present, and ghosts have become a common threat, their once harmless nature giving way. They've turned deadly, taking joy in tormenting humanity. The human population has drastically decreased, with only a handful of cities managing to survive. However, humans have also acquired the ability to control ghost spirits, to combat these scary and evil spirits, earning them the title of ghost masters. They form bonds with spirits, made possible through special items known as ghost tokens. Only those who pass the initiation ceremony are qualified to enter the academy and become a ghost master. In Lu City's second Ghost Master Academy, today's the Summon Spirit ceremony. The young generation gathered in a room for this crucial test. If someone fails to summon a ghost companion, they'll be an ordinary citizen. They have to work in low-paying jobs, and rumors are that they need to bear 10 children before the age of 30. In this chaotic world, failure means a miserable life. But if the ghost spirit goes out of control, they might die. Our protagonist, Lin Feng, now age 15, is attending today's spirit summon ceremony. He's nervous about whether his token could even summon a ghost or not. 10 years ago, his parents abandoned him to produce another child because he picked a weak ghost aura's token and might not even be awakened in the future. After moving to the street, he became the target of relentless bullying, labeled as nothing more than trash. Only by getting stronger and becoming a ghost master, he won't get bullied again. A puppet-like figure enters the room and introduces himself as the examiner. Everyone takes out their ghost token, and under the examiner's influence, the tokens react. With determination burning in their eyes, the students want to be more than just ordinary humans. Some of the students' tokens react, others don't. Lin's ghost token doesn't exhibit any sign, and he's getting more and more tense. The examiner declares those whose tokens remain unresponsive have lost their chance. They must leave. An enraged student shouts back, protesting that the examiner isn't even human. So why should they listen to his words? Before the student can do anything, the examiner drains all of his energy, causing the body to crumple to the ground. Lin observes this and comprehends the formidable power of a ghost master. He understands that this puppet-like figure is being controlled by the ghost master. However, his primary concern lies in the fact that his ghost companion remains unresponsive. Meanwhile, a fat guy makes fun of Lin by saying, as expected of someone who came from the street, just trash. Lin is staring at him, but a student tells him to be careful. A commoner can't beat up a future ghost master. Lin just gets up and leaves the classroom, thinking if he is really just a trash. Suddenly, the fat boy from before shouts for help as his ghost tries to possess him. Everyone panics and shouts that his ghost companion is an evil spirit, and he gets possessed by it. The fat boy then starts attacking the other students while they run away from him. Lin watches the whole scene from the window and thinks that if the examiner is not interfering, it means he wants to use the evil spirit to test the students. The fat boy then notices Lin and dashes toward him to attack. He jumps at him, and just as he's about to strike, Lin hears a voice. A system window appears. Detected ghost companion aura movement. System activated. Then a girl is summoned before him, forming a ghost companion contract. Lin looks at the girl in the white dress and wonders if she is his ghost companion. The system announces Ghost Spirit Summoned. Beginner mission completed. Reward items will be stored inside the inventory. The white-dressed spirit is blocking the fat guy's attack. The system is notifying him. Your ghost spirit can be upgraded. Do you wish to continue? He agrees, and his ghost spirit is evolving from F to E rank. He is then surprised to see that along with his spirit, his body is strengthening by 30%. Even his hearing and sight are enhancing. Then he gets a mission to name his ghost spirit, as it allows him to communicate better with his ghost's companion. Lin remembers someone from the past and decides to name her Tong Tong. After blocking the fat spirit's attack, he gets angry and releases dark power. The examiner, recognizing the escalating danger, directs the other students to take cover behind him as this D-rank spirit goes into berserk mode. Lin thinks Tong's skill is still uncertain, so letting her deal with the D-rank spirit is too risky. Even if he becomes a ghost master, he still has to rely on himself. Lin takes a bold move. He grabs a nearby chair as an improvised weapon and dashes toward the opponent. Now that his sight and reaction time have improved, he dodges the evil spirit's attack and hits him with the chair. But the evil spirit remains unharmed and is about to kill Lin. In the nick of time, Tong transforms into her evil mode. His sword gets stopped and destroyed by Tong. Tong then easily defeats the D-rank spirit with a single punch. The system updates. First battle completed. He has killed the D-rank evil spirit. Ghost experience increases by 80 and obtains 1 ghost spirit pill. Lin realizes he has a unique system that no one else possesses. It levels up differently from how the teacher taught, and he also receives rewards. Tong returns to the token. The other students are amazed by Lin. One student thinks she should follow him in the future. The examiner praises Lin, saying he is very talented and courageous. He announces that since the ceremony is over, from today onwards, they are all Ghost Masters trainees. The day after tomorrow, they need to report to the outer city. The examiner looks at Lin and wonders about his true identity. He realizes Lin's summon is an E-rank ghost spirit, and it exceeds its rank. As Lin thinks about Tong's growth, he promises to become the strongest Ghost Master, a beacon of hope against the darkness. After some time in the old inner area of Lu City, Lin is in his room, summoning Tong. As expected of a ghost spirit, the room's temperature drops noticeably. He praises Tong for her excellent performance today, but she doesn't respond. Lin wonders if ghosts lack consciousness or she is currently weak and needs more leveling up to gain consciousness. The system notifies him that he has talked with Tong for over 5 minutes, earning him 5 ghost spirit experiences and 1 companion favorability. Lin checks Tong's status and finds her evil mode to be very special, something he has never heard of before. He knows that the first step is to understand how the system works and find ways to obtain experience. He discovers that he gains experience with various interactions, like patting her head, teaching her, and even watching movies. Doing daily activities also contributes to his spirit experience and companion favorability. In total, he earns 50 ghost spirit experiences and 10 companion favorability for the day. That night, Lin finds it difficult to sleep. He feels strange knowing ghosts don't need to sleep, but Tong is sitting beside him on the bed. The next day at the academy gate, everyone is talking about how he easily defeated a D-rank spirit. A teacher instructs every student to get on a bus. Inside, there are ghost spirits, but he realizes they pose no threat because Tong isn't reacting. Upon reaching gate number 4, the teacher shows his identification to pass a huge wall. Students are astonished to see the rumored gold wall. Only gold can prevent passage through and block all ghost attacks. It is the one and only way to prevent the university from being invaded by ghosts. After traveling for a while, they reach their destination, the outer area of Lu City. The students are amazed by the abundance of ghosts in the outer city. There are also many workers, all middle-aged men. Lin explains that those above the age of 40, who no longer have reproductive value, can only come here to do physical work. Then, they all hear the examiner's voice. He explains the course for the next 3 months and instructs everyone to collect the map and coordinate tracker. They are to find a building area to claim a place to stay. All homes have sealed ghost spirits, and those who can defeat them can own the house. They can choose to work alone or team up. The examiner adds that the larger the house, the stronger the ghost spirit. The most challenging option is the mansion, and those who wish to live there can try. They have only 1 day. The system gives Lin a new task, to obtain a house by himself. The reward ranges from 100 to 1,000 ghost spirit points, depending on the house's size. A beautiful girl approaches Lin and asks if he wants to team up. She uses her charms to persuade him, but to her surprise, he refuses, stating he wants a house all to himself. The girl feels embarrassed as she has never been rejected by a male before.
Another guy calls him arrogant and says he is heading in the wrong direction, as that place is the mansion area. After a while, Lin reaches the mansion area. He notices that the ghost aura there is different than elsewhere. He asks an old man how to enter the mansion, but the man advises him to go back and find another area. He explains that these few mansions were prepared for students, but it has been 10 years and no one moved in. Lin asks if no one dared to try it before, but the old man replies that there were a few brave ones who tried, but they all died. He says the mansion has a C-rank evil spirit that even the official ghost master might not be able to single-handedly defeat.
Lin considers that Tong is an E-rank ghost spirit, and 2-rank difference is indeed risky. But saved experience can be used now. He uses the ghost spirit pill and upgrades Tong. She is now at D rank, and his body also gets strengthened by 80%. He starts walking towards the mansion, while the old man tries to stop him. Lin wonders if D-rank Tong entering her evil mode means her combat ability should be at C rank. Undeterred, Lin presses on and enters the mansion. He begins looking for the C-rank evil spirit. He notices the spirit above the staircase, so he runs towards it. But when he reaches the top, the spirit is gone. He hears a chopping sound, so he wonders if the spirit is hiding in the kitchen. He hears the sound of chopping vegetables and the clinking of plates. When he opens the door, there is nothing inside. Suddenly, someone attacks him from behind, but Tong appears and saves him just in time. As Tong follows the spirit out of the kitchen, another spirit attacks Lin, but he manages to dodge the attack. He finds himself surrounded by 3 spirits, wondering where they all came from. He knows he can't withdraw his ghost spirit in the middle of the battle, so he escapes them and runs outside. Fortunately, his body has been strengthened, and his speed has also increased. But to his surprise, the spirits have vanished. He wonders if they only appear when he enters a room. He tests by putting his foot inside, confirming that these clothed ghosts aren't the main body, but rather a result of the evil spirit's ability. He concludes that due to the area restriction, it is trying all kinds of methods to lure him to the second floor. That's when he realizes that Tong is in danger. He runs to her, telling her to come out of the room since it's a trap. Then he notices the ghost behind him and thinks if it can freely move around, it must be the main body. He uses his dagger and slashes the ghost spirit in half, but to his surprise, his gold dagger has no effect at all. He steps inside the room and finds it's also a cloth ghost, not the main body. But then, the other ghosts charge at him, since he is now inside their room. He uses his spirit token to summon Tong back, and then he runs away. He jumps down to save his life but falls into the basement, due to breaking the floor. As he thinks about how challenging it is to deal with a C-rank evil spirit, he sees Tong defending him from something. He then finds the main body of the C-rank spirit, a soul-devouring monster that devours souls to become stronger and is capable of infusing soul energy into objects to control them. The monster attacks Tong, so Lin starts cutting its tentacles. She gets injured, so Lin stands in front of her to protect. The monster catches Lin and starts dragging him towards it. He is getting weaker. Tong tries to save him, while he wonders if he is being devoured by the monster. Outside, the old man informs the examiner that a student named Lin Feng went in alone and it has been 10 minutes, so he must be dead by now. The examiner rushes inside the mansion to save the young boy. Lin is on the brink of death, and Tong then activates her evil mode to save him. She drags him out of the monster's reach. The examiner notices a light coming from the basement, so he goes to save them. But to his surprise, the C-rank evil spirit monster is killed instantly. Tong returns to her token. Lin receives 1,000 experience points and 1 ghost spirit potential. Before Lin notices, the examiner then vanishes and returns to his owner. A girl with purple hair is sitting on a chair. A butler enters with a tea tray and addresses her as the guild leader. He asks if she has discovered something during the ghost spirit master test. She replies yes. A young boy called Lin Feng has a unique spirit with 2 modes.
and the second mode has crazy combat ability. The butler says that to obtain such a ghost spirit, this kid must be incredibly lucky. She warns that it might not be that simple. With his potential, it's possible that he has a physics constitution. The butler is shocked, as those with physics constitutions are always sent to headquarters after birth, and Lu City has no right to nurture them. Normally, ghost masters obtain and control only one ghost spirit, but physics constitution people are in a different league. They're able to tame many ghost spirits. During the beginning of the chaotic era, only people with physics constitutions could become ghost spirit masters, but they didn't live for long. They either died at the hands of stronger ghosts or were devoured by evil ghost spirits. Some even became ghosts themselves. After 100 years of immense effort, individuals with the physics constitution finally found safe ways to nurture themselves. Lin emerges from the mansion, where the old man congratulates him on passing and acquiring a mansion at the age of 15. He hands Lin the key and directs him to the floor for registration and to get his Ghostmaster device. A while later in the common area, students stand in line for registration. The place buzzes with chatter about a girl who managed to secure a noble house. They figure she must be exceptionally strong, considering it took 5 students working together to obtain one. When Lin Feng reaches the receptionist and requests to see his key, he exclaims that he acquired a mansion by himself. Everyone is astonished, wondering how he could confront AC rank evil spirit on his own. The man duly registers Lin and congratulates him, remarking that he is the first Ghostmaster under 20 to live in a mansion. He then presents Lin with his Ghostmaster device, which can be used for taking missions, communication, and handling credit points. There are also 10,000 credit points as living expenses for the next 3 months. After that, he will have to earn on his own through completing missions. Some of the girls there express their concerns, sharing that they only have 3,000 points to split among their teammates. One even ponders if she could live in a mansion if she became Lin's girlfriend.